We're taking a closer look at a really famous verse, Romans 8:28.
Right. The one everyone knows or thinks they know. And we know that all things work together for good.
Exactly. But what does good actually mean here? And who is this promise really for? We're going straight to the text to, understand its roots.
And context is everything here. The sources show this isn't just like wishful thinking.
No.
It's presented as a solid certainty, something Paul concludes based on what he just said.
Okay, yeah, let's talk about that. Because the verses right before it, 26 and 27, they talk about the Holy Spirit interceding for us, perfectly in line with God's will.
That's right. Groanings too deep for words, even.
So here's the thing I wrestle with. If the Spirit is praying perfectly for us, why do we then need this big promise in verse 28? Doesn't perfect prayer kind of cover it?
Well, it's necessary because, frankly, we're weak. We suffer. The text says the Spirit helps us because we don't even know how we ought to pray. So verse 28 is the reassurance. It's saying, look, even when you're weak, even when you don't know what's going on or what to ask for, God is still orchestrating everything. He's using the Spirit's perfect intercession to make sure it all ultimately works out for your good.
Okay, that helps frame it. Now let's get into the words themselves. All things. How? How wide is that really? Does all things really mean all things? Like the awful stuff too?
It seems to be the broadest possible term, yes. It covers the good things, sure. The everyday, kind of neutral things.
Like your Tuesday commute?
Yeah, exactly. But also the hard things. Suffering, sickness, loss, injustice, all of it.
But we have to be careful there, right? It's not saying those hard things are good.
No, absolutely not. That's a crucial clarification. Cancer is not good. Abuse is not good. Loss hurts. It's not saying the thing is good, but that God is powerful enough, sovereign enough, to work even that terrible thing into his good plan.
Okay, so how? How does that happen? How does God take something genuinely bad and weave it into something good?
Well, that's where the work together part comes in. The Greek word is synergy.
Synergy, like our word.
Exactly. It means working together, cooperating, coordinating. Think of a master weaver.
Okay.
The weaver uses all sorts of threads, some bright and beautiful, some dark, some maybe rough or coarse on their own, or maybe looking at the underside of the tapestry, it might look like chaos, just a mess of threads.
Right.
But the weaver, the divine coordinator, is intentionally combining all of them, the dark with the light, to create the final, beautiful design he intends.
So the individual event might feel meaningless or painful, but it's part of a larger pattern.
A pattern leading to good. And this is important.
There's a condition, isn't there? It's not a universal promise.
Correct. The verse itself limits the audience. It's specifically for those who love God to those who are the called according to his purpose.
So not a blank check for everyone, regardless of their relationship with God.
That's what the text says. Which leads us really to the biggest point of misunderstanding. What is the good that God is working towards?
Because most people probably think it means, earthly comfort, getting that job, fixing the problem.
Right. Immediate relief, financial blessing, maybe health. But is that what Paul means?
Well, we don't have to guess. The very next verses, 29 and 30, they seem to define it explicitly.
They absolutely do. The good isn't defined by our circumstances changing for the better in this life necessarily. The ultimate good Paul is talking about is being conformed to the image of Jesus Christ.
Wow.
That's the goal. From being foreknown, called, justified, all the way to being glorified. The entire process God is working out in the believer's life aims at making them like Jesus.
So that's the good that all things are working together towards.
Yeah.
Christ-likeness.
Precisely. Every circumstance, good or bad, easy or incredibly hard, is a tool in God's hands for that purpose. Spiritual transformation.
This changes everything about how you read the verse then. It's not a promise of a pain-free life. It's not a panacea.
No, it's a promise of sovereignty. It's God saying, I am in control even in this mess, and I have a purpose for it in your life if you are mine.
And that purpose is your transformation.
Your transformation into the image of Christ. It means no pain is wasted. No struggle is pointless for the believer.
It really becomes an anchor then, doesn't it? Knowing that whatever you're facing, God has his hand on it, guiding it towards that ultimate goal.
Yeah, even when those threads look incredibly dark or tangled, God is weaving.
So the final thought for you listening, if this ultimate good is really about becoming more like Jesus, then it forces a question, doesn't it?
It does.
What difficult thing, what struggle or circumstance in your life right now might God actually be using? using it to maybe sand away some selfishness or build perseverance or teach you reliance on him, it reframes the hard times completely.
Makes you look at them not just as obstacles, but potentially as tools in God's hands for that ultimate good.